Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a fella that was introduced in the Space Corsairs maze event. And it's not how I got him. I got him by putting pieces together from various locations, and of course, wheeling and dealing in my team. This, of course, is Privateer Morgan. And I gotta say, I'm kind of on a roll here in terms of rune slots, because I'm on a really good one, and I probably shouldn't have pointed it out, because now all of a sudden, the tide will turn. Anyway, he is a legendary, he's magic. I know nothing about him, except of course that he likes the sea. I don't even know what side he's on. I'm going to hold judgment on that. I was a little quick to judge the last time. So let's find a place for him. And speaking about quick to judge, I'm going to put him with the individual that I judged harshly. Okay, first impressions, he does look a little on the evil side, just saying. Alrighty, so there he is right there. This is somebody we're going to rename. Alright, so this is Privateer Morgan. He is a legendary, he is magic, he is hardened, he has a 20% chance of resisting terrible, terrible evil effects. Or good ones, assuming which side he's on. I don't know yet, we're going to have to find out. His power is pretty nice. His speed is actually pretty good too. And he's a little bit on the chunky side there. A little bit above average. These are really good stats, actually. These are really good. He does tend higher towards the power, though, which makes me wonder if he's going to be into damage. Of course, he is magic, so he's probably got some other nefarious things up his sleeve. All right, let's check out some skills here. Okay, Corsair Captain deals low physical damage to one enemy, and Copperbeard Chaser deals moderate magic damage to one enemy. And of course, that special skill that we saw, Beacon Received, deals massive magic damage to all enemies, applies stun to all enemies. Well, that's massive, and along with his power, that's actually going to do a lot of damage. So that could mean a damage dealer? Well, let's see. Privateer Morgan and his crew have been paid an outrageous amount of gold by a secret commissioner to search and destroy Captain Copperbeard. With sophisticated gear of magical proportions, he has everything he needs to sink the curse of the cosmos. That doesn't necessarily mean he's a good guy, though. I mean, he's a hired gun. He's just being sent after a pirate. All right, we're going to hold judgment on that, though. Maybe he's like chaotic neutral. Maybe he's chaotic neutral. Anyway, let's start feeding him up and find out what kind of skills he's going to have to face off against Captain Copperbeard. Alright, first we need to get him to level 4 here, because he's not going to do anything as a kid. There he is! Okay, so he's up there. I notice he's got like a mechanical hand there. Not judging. Not judging. Accidents can happen. Okay, he likes to play with bubbles, too. Okay, so let's start with the skills. Starting at level 7? Okay, Magic Punch. Deals moderate magic damage to one enemy. Removes all negative status effects from itself. That's a pretty good first skill. It's a pretty good first skill. It's got a punch and it's got the magic-y thing there, you know, clearing bad effects from himself. Alright, that's a good place to start, so let's continue to level 10. Alright, Magical Volley. Deals moderate magic damage to all enemies? Okay, that's starting pretty well, and he's starting to look like a damage dealer, frankly. Alright, I'm getting very interested here. Let's continue to level 15. And another skill. Magical Enhancement. Deals moderate special damage to one enemy. Applies damage boost to itself. That's pretty good. Alright, I'm going to stick that in there. Okay, I'm glad to see he's going to be mixing up special damage and magic damage. That's actually pretty good. He does seem as if he's going to be dealing damage. Let's see what else he's going to be dealing out. Alright. On to level 20. Enhanced Limb. Okay, that's the big arm he's got. Deals very heavy magic damage to one enemy. That is a 0 cooldown. Okay, we are officially damage dealing area here. You know, when you start thinking early on, where am I going to put this? That's usually a good thing. But of course, it ends up giving you some stress later on, you know? I'm guessing I'm going to lose this one because just removing negative status effects from himself alone isn't as useful as other things. I'm kind of hoping he spreads out the love there, you know what I mean? Alright, well, let's continue. This is looking good. He's seriously he's already got better damage dealing skills than many creatures I could name. Let's go. And level 5, pardon me. Pure Punch deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies precision and Evil Legion's Hater to itself. Alright, well, he's officially on the good side then. That's actually quite interesting. Alright. It does slightly more damage. It's got a cooldown. Evil Legion's Hater could be very, very useful, though. You know, very useful. Especially since he's going after Copperbeard. Alright, I'm going to grab that for now, because I can't imagine that the one we're replacing is the last one he's going to have. I actually think that's kind of an upgrade, since they're both special damage. Okay, and there he is. His final form. And yes, he is very into bubbles. Very into bubbles. You wouldn't happen to know Cthulhu, do you? Because you look a lot like him. Just saying. Alright, let's continue, because I'm very interested in seeing what else this guy's got. Level 30. Magic Storm. Deals moderate magic damage to all enemies. Is that the one I just got rid of? No, I didn't get rid of that one. Okay, it's slightly more damage? It does have a 1-round cooldown. I'm going to throw that there. I'm kind of hoping that he's going to have some kind of a group attack that's going to have interesting things going on with it. That's all. I'm kind of hoping there's something interesting coming along, because already he's got some interesting things. Alright, let's continue to level 35. Solidify Magic deals heavy special damage to one enemy, applies double damage to itself. It's one turn, though. That could be very useful. That could be very, very useful. But it is 1 round. It is 1 round. Alright, so this one here we have is Pure Punch. And this one is moderate special damage. They're close to each other. The new one has got a hair higher. Although sometimes the gauge can be a bit wrong. Now, Precision and Evil... See, the Evil Legion's Hater part is really kind of interesting. Let's face it, that's his unique thing. It's kind of hard to get rid of that, but it's also kind of hard to get rid of double damage. The thing about it is that, one, double damage isn't really very useful if you miss. And unfortunately, that is a reality today. You know what I'm going to do? For now, I'm going to throw that in the first spot, just so I don't see it again. Besides, I might end up getting stuck with that. I mean, sometimes I look for things that don't come, you know? Sometimes there's a payoff. Sometimes there isn't. Alright, let's continue to level 40. And maybe a payoff. Mythical Arm deals massive magic damage to one enemy. Well, I mean, that's an easy upgrade right there. I mean, why wouldn't I do that? I mean, it's a 0 cooldown, though. I don't think he's got a problem with that, though. 2 rounds, 1 round. Well, I'm not know if I'm sticking with that one. That was a 2 round. You gotta take the bigger one. If there's a reason... If I end up taking something that's got a big cooldown, I probably will get that one offered to me again. But, you know, if you get an offer of a hit like that, you kind of got to take it. That's all. And let's go. Come on, I'm waiting for a biggie now. Give me a biggie. 45. Okay, we just got rid of that one. All right, let's continue to level 50. Spiky Rain deals heavy massive damage to all enemies. Well, that's going to be right up here. That makes me wonder what I want to do with this spot back here now. I mean, I'm taking this one. You're not gonna let that one go. It just makes me wonder if the double damage shows up again. Do I put that at the end? Because if you do that one and you follow up with this one, you're gonna do a lot of damage. So that's a no-brainer right there. That's going in the first spot. I would like to have had something else, but you know, clearly he's a damage dealer, and clearly he's got a higher power. His speed isn't too bad, so he's going to get a chance to do things pretty quickly here. So I got to go with that one. I just kind of hope that the double damage shows up again fairly quickly. I would very much like it before 60. Or something else. Enchanted Limb. No, we're gonna say no to that one. And finally, level 60. Hopefully we get... Alright, it just really wants me to take that one, but you know, I have the other one right there. Well, let's just take a look. That's a 3-round cooldown, that's a 2-round cooldown, that's a 2-round. That's now a 1. So at the moment, I don't really see a place for this one. Obviously, a lot of good damage dealing stuff, but let's just take a quick look. I think the only one that I want that one back now. I want that one back, and I want to put it in the last spot. That way, if a situation comes up where he's on a team and Denial has taken the other team out, then he can do this one, get double damage, and come back with the really heavy attack, double damage. So I consider it situational to a degree. But the first one by itself is pretty good. I don't expect to see anything else. You get basically those attacks. I don't know about the other group attacks. I just don't see... I mean, I already have one of them. I have this one over here, which I'm going to get rid of. Hold on a minute. Let go. This one here. I mean, I don't know. The thing about it is, I think I would rather have the double damage. I guess we'll have to take a look at it. And also, I'm going to have to test with him, too. All right, let's take a quick look at his stats. Okay, he's got a very good power. He's got a very chunky life. And you know what? His speed is surprisingly good. So he has... You know, I'd almost wonder, is this guy getting a boost? But then again, you look at his stamina. His stamina is 140. So no, he's not getting a boost. These are his numbers. So he does a lot of... He's got a very good power. He's going to do a lot of damage. He's got skills that are all heavy damaging skills, you know? He's chunky. He's not going to die too quickly. He's a little over there, so that's good. And his speed isn't too bad. You know, I would have to ruin this guy to take advantage of that speed. I'm thinking 2 damages and a speed, all being single. That's what I'm thinking in terms of. Because you can't ignore a good speed like that, especially considering some of his skills do buff each other. Well, you know what? Let's take a quick look at those skills. All right, so let's start here. I believe these are the ones you have to choose, except, of course... You know, the last one, I think I want the double damage one. I could see people wanting that one, but I think I probably want the double damage. All right, so this is the first one. Spiky Magic Rain. Deals heavy magic damage to all enemies. I think this one's a no-brainer right here. Heavy damage from somebody who's got a very good power that very likely you're going to use runes to increase. Yeah, I mean, whether or not he gets the double damage down or not, that's going to do a lot of damage. That's going to do a lot of damage. So, yeah, that one. All right, then we have Pure Punch. Deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies precision and Evil Legion's Hater. That can be situationally very useful. If you have a bunch of evil guys on the other side, you know, rather than the double damage, you might want to do this one instead. Because 1, you're going to give yourself precision, and 2, you're going to do a lot more damage than just double with this, you know? And it's going to last a lot longer too. So... yeah, I mean, this one you might want to consider that. So, very good skill. That's kind of his unique thing. The Evil Legion's Hater. That's kind of his unique thing. And then we have this, Mythical Arm. Deals massive magic damage to one enemy. And of course, that's got a 2-round cooldown. He's had a whole line of those. The previous one had 0 cooldown. But you know what? How many times are you going to get a chance to do this one in a fight, right? I mean, if I took the 0 cooldown one, he really doesn't have a lot of problems with cooldowns. He's got a 3 here, he's got a 2 here, he's got a 2 here. At the moment, he's got a 1 here. I don't remember what the other one was. But even if it's a 2 or 3, I don't really think he's going to have much of a problem. And let's face it, with his other skills, you know, you're not going to be doing this one over and over again anyway, because he's got other ones that you're going to want to do. And finally, at the moment, I have this one, Magic Storm. Deals moderate magic damage to all enemies. Now, this is a good skill. It's good damaging skill, and it's only got a 1-round cooldown, too. It's just that I would rather have the skill that gives him double damage. You know, if it wasn't for some of these other ones, you could probably say, you know what, maybe you want to take this one out and put this one here. You know, there's an argument for that. There really is. There's an argument for that. Because, I mean, this one does something. You want that. The one I'm talking about, the double damage one, that does something too. This one just does a lot of damage. Now this one does a lot of single target damage But then again, this spreads damage across everybody, which could end up being more useful. You know, I'm going to have to test with that and decide what I want to do. Do I want to put the double damage one in for this or this? There's arguments on both sides. And I'm going to have to test with it, and I'll make a decision when we start testing with them. But anyway, yeah, I would say just me, 2 damages and a speed. Normally you'd say, oh, wow, look at that power, and he's got lots of just put all damage on there. But generally he's already got a good speed. So he's going to benefit from a little extra speed. And again, he's got stuff that he can buff himself with. And that Evil Legion's Hater, that could really turn a fight right there. That could really turn a fight right there. Against some individuals who have a tendency to pop up in fights that could be very, that fall into the category of Evil Legions, that could end up being very, very useful. So anyway, this is Privateer Morgan, and he's very good, and he's not a pirate. He's not a pirate. He fights pirates because he's got the Evil Legion Hater, doesn't he? Yes, he does. And he's very good, and I hope to be testing with him very soon. Maybe we can get him and the other guy together fairly soon. His roommate, that is. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See ya.